Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101. Brandon from Waukegan checked in as we played that new Linkin Park about a half hour ago, about 40 minutes ago. We'll play it again in about another half hour or so stay with us on that. The new Linkin Park music debuted yesterday and mentioned how we had said that, Amy Lee was up for this. The rumor came around about 6 months ago or so that Amy Lee could be the new lead singer of Linkin Park. And now we found out yesterday it is Emily Armstrong from a band called Dead Sarah. So, Brandon, thanks for checking in from Waukegan this morning and reminding us of that arc of the conversation and where we got today, that Linkin Park here now today with new music, a tour, a new singer, and we'll get that on for you later this hour. And everybody for Waukegan, thank you for listening this morning. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, time for sports, which is sponsored by the Marquee Network. Stream Cubs baseball at watchmarquee.com.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Football is back. Da-na, da-na, da-na. Wow, what a night last night with the Chiefs, the Super Bowl champs, and the Ravens. And, I got to admit, the game was going on, a little back and forth. Chiefs took control of it. And I passed out on the couch. Had a long day with the physical and the non-prostate check there, I was a little bit worn out from the fasting.
Exhausted.
Yeah, the fasting and then eating Culver's afterward. So I fell asleep on the couch and missed this dramatic ending, which I had to go back and replay and watch it because it was insane. So the Chiefs are up 27-20 with seconds on the clock. Ravens moved down the field. And Lamar Jackson, well, let's just go to the call on what happened and then what didn't happen.
Down to one play, 5 seconds to go. Lamar trying to make magic happen. Throw it end zone. Likely 2 feet down. Yes! Touchdown!
Yes.
What a play! Going for 2 and the win are the Ravens on opening night.
The runner's toe hit out of bounds. It's an incomplete pass. The game is over. Kansas City has won. 27-20. The Chiefs win on opening night by a toe.
So Lamar Jackson made an incredible pass to Likely. Drops in the end zone, called a touchdown. They line up quickly to go for 2 to try to win the game, not just tie and go to overtime. But then they stopped to review it really quick. Likely's foot was on the line by a half a centimeter.
Wow.
It was very unnoticeable in real time, and even almost on a replay. They did several views. So if they could have pulled off the 2-point conversion before they stopped it to the review, they could have won the game. But instead, they stopped it just in time for them to do the review, called it not a touchdown, and then the game's over. What a first game of the season to go with,
I know. Were you so excited watching it? Were you just in all your glory?
Well, like I said, I passed out on the couch, and I had to watch the replay of it.
I thought you still got parts of it while you were on the couch. I didn't realize were you hibernating? It was the entire thing.
Here's what I sounded like. Probably I was like,
There's like a pickle on your face hanging off your lip.
When you fall asleep as Richard Nixon last night? What was that?
I was really tired.
Yogi the Bear.
I was really tired. But watching on a replay was pretty fun, too. Now, of course, I'm wearing my Caleb Williams jersey that I purchased at Lids over in Wrigleyville.
We got to get a photo of you in this thing.
Did you bring your hat?
I forgot the hat today. I know.
They were in the same bag together.
They were in the same bag.
What did you do? Why did you just leave them together?
Well, look, I don't know if Lid still has this deal going on. It was a BOGO deal. So you buy the jersey, you get a hat for half price. I got a beautiful hat that Case has pointed out the coaches will be wearing on the sideline.
How exciting.
And I'm ready. I'm going to wear this jersey every Friday. I haven't done this in years. I haven't bought a jersey in years because I'm not going to do that. And now I wear this Caleb Williams jersey, and I look good. And then I walked in and I saw Case this morning. He goes, "Well, you look like an adult with a jersey on."
Yeah.
That was demeaning.
Why? What else would you look like in it?
You wanted me to say that he looks sexy or something.
Yes, I look good.
What do you think? It all of a sudden turned your face into Brad Pitt when you put a jersey on?
I think I could be mistaken for Brad Pitt in this jersey.
Really?
Yeah. I think people could see me and go like, that might be Brad Pitt. Yeah. Oh, it's Brian. There you go.
Whoa, is Mr. Smith here?
So, listen, I cannot be more excited. I haven't been this excited about a Bears season in over a decade, since the Super Bowl year 15 years ago now. That is, holy crap. Titans come to Soldier Field Sunday at noon. The Bears are -3.5. It's on Fox at noon. We get Mark Sanchez as the analyst on TV.
What do you mean -3.5?
So that means the Bears are favored. They should get their...
That sounds negative.
I understand. This is a gambling odds thing. I'm not going to get into on the sidetrack here. Bears are favored.
I was like, how are they already down 3? What happened?
No, they're not down. I don't... -3.5 the Bears are. Go to DraftKings, make that bet.
But they're favored, so they're -3 already.
Yeah,
and they're
-3.5.
favored.
Yeah.
That means that the gamblers think they're going to win by at least 3.5 points.
That's how it's. And
Should be
then,
+3 then. Like, you win.
Nope.
I agree.
so QB's drafted number 1 overall are 0-14-1 in the first start since 2002. Caleb Williams starting for the Bears. The first time since 1970, a Bears rookie started at QB as the plan for week 1. I remind you, Kyle Orton did start in 2005 because sexy Rexy Grossman broke his ankle in the preseason, but that certainly wasn't the plan. They wanted sexy Rexy, who took him to a Super Bowl and then blew it, but I'm not going to get into that right now because it makes me very mad.
Do you have that jersey?
I don't have the Rex Grossman jersey because I not only burned it, I burned the parts of the burning after that. So I said the Bears would go 11-6 when the schedule came out about 4 or 5 months ago. I'm standing by that. I said they will go 11-6. They will make the playoffs. They will win a playoff game for the first time in 14 years, and they will beat the Packers once this season for the first time in 6 years.
So you're not guessing Super Bowl, though.
I can't get there because the offensive line still has some weaknesses on it. And you can't win a Super Bowl without a strong wall of an offensive line, and rookie quarterback's going to make some mistakes, but we have the best weapons for him, and the offensive line needs some help. Hopefully they can maybe improve during the season somehow. But I will say, your Chicago Bears will win the game this week. Now, if you're a gambling man, we're just explaining odds on Kenzie, the -3.5.
Yes.
I think the Bears will win 23-21.
So -23 are the odds?
No.
But you said if they won 3, it'd be -3.
Wait, what?
You said they're going to win by 3 points. It's -3. So you just said they're going to win 23?
They're
so
favored basically
-3.
by 3.5 points.
Okay.
Favored. So I'm saying that they're not going to win by 3.5 points, which means if you made that bet on the Bears, you'd lose that bet because they didn't win by 3.5. I'm saying they're going to win by 2 points.
Oh, so don't bet on them.
No, you could bet
You
on.
still win money?
You'd lose money.
You lose it if they don't. So they can win, but just not by that many, and you lose money?
You lose the bet. Let's say you bet $50. You lost that bet because you didn't win
They
your.
won!
Well, see, Kenzie.
Oh my God, I'd be on the phone with customer service immediately.
And they would tell you to get lost.
I'm like, excuse me.
I would love that recording of Kenzie calling DraftKings and
Like,
saying,
my team won.
yes, but the odds weren't in your favor, you see, Ms. Kenzie. They would say back.
I would say they are because they won.
God, I would love that conversation. That'd be amazing.
That's horrible.
Well, let's go Bears. They're going to win. They're just not going to beat the spread. 23-21 is my prediction. And let's go Caleb Williams. Let's do this.
Only 9 snaps for Caleb Williams and the starters, so they're going to keep him out there. And go with a little bit of trickery with Roma Dunze. And there he goes off the little end around. First time they've been past the 38 on the 42. Williams dropping back, looking deep, wants it all. And shot position here from the 48s. Looking downfield, nothing there. Spins away, throws on the move. It is caught. Roma Dunze connects with his fellow rookie. It's going down. Williams, pressure coming. He felt it. Looked, saw it, evaded it. Still on the move. Looking around. Williams is going to take off for the end zone. Bears.
Brian and Kenzie.
On Q 101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
Let the battle begin.
Q 101.
And Clash with Kenzie, sponsored by the Schaumburg Boomers.
Feel the boom.
For tickets, visit boomersbaseball.com. St. Vincent tickets for the Metro coming up a week and a half, September 18th. That's a sold-out show at the Metro on Wednesday night before, of course, that's Riot Fest weekend. And Georgine in Chicago is going to be competing against Kenzie today. Georgine, ahoy. Tell us something about yourself.
Hello, I am a 24-year-old math teacher, and my students call me a Georgenius.
Oh my God, that is adorable. That was not my math experience.
What'd you call your teachers?
A bitch? Not good.
Yeah, good thing your name was Georgine. And not Barbara the bee. All right, well, let's go. Let's get to it. First 1 to 5 wins. And thank you for your service, by the way, teaching the children of America and the future of Chicago right there.
You got it.
A lot,
That's what I'm here for.
lot of pressure on you. Okay, so first one to 5 wins. Listen carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point, and she can do the same to you. I call heads or tails. Oh, God, the quarter went through the board onto the floor. Case, it's on your side, Case. It's on the floor.
Oh, I got a army crawl. You just threw the quarter at me.
I did. I threw it. It slipped off. It was weird.
What's on your hands?
I don't know. I didn't put my stick-em on this morning.
What is wrong with you? Do you see it, Case?
Do you need a rosin bag for the coin toss like pitchers have? You got to do the coin toss again. That wasn't even a toss.
Actually, I didn't even hear. What did you say, Georgine?
Oh, I didn't even know I was what he was going to call it. I'll call heads.
All right, what would you like? Heads or tails? We're going to do the whole thing again. Hard reset.
Heads, please.
Heads, please. It's tails. After all that.
That sucks for her.
Loser.
All right, here we go. Kenzie, question number 1. What company promises to, quote, leave the light on for you?
Oh, one of the motels. Is it 8?
It's not 8. Do you know, Georgine?
Leave the light on for ya. Is it the Marriott?
No, Kenzie was closer, actually. It was Motel 6.
Instead of a Nutcracker, are they related? Is that the same company?
There's not a Motel 8.
There's a Super 8.
There's a Super 8.
With the yellow sign.
Yeah.
I was obsessed with those as a kid.
You know what I used to live next to in North Carolina?
What's that?
The Hillbilly Motel. And there was a massive animation of like a guy with like a barrel kicking it. And it was like into the vacancy sign, which was always on.
It's really a shame the branding of the Hillbilly Hotel didn't go national.
That's
I
really
know.
a travesty.
So I got my supers and my motels. I get them all mixed up because I stand true with the Hillbilly.
All right, back to Georgine.
Is it Georgine or Georgina?
Georgine.
Okay, Georgine. At what diner would you be able to purchase an original Grand Slam meal?
Grand Slam. Denny's?
Denny's, baby.
Period.
Get a moon over Miami, get a Grand Slam. You got a lot of choices.
Let's go.
Yeah. Is it back to Kenzie?
It is.
Cape Cod juts into what ocean?
The only ocean that anything goes down in, I'm going to say Atlantic.
Atlantic is right.
Yeah. What are the other oceans doing? Atlantic is busy. Like every answer is Atlantic.
Busy? Well, we're closer to the Atlantic than the Pacific. We probably have a bias toward the Atlantic.
Oh, everything's happening over there.
We're racist toward the Pacific Ocean, apparently.
1-1 back to Georgine.
Georgine, what band's newest member is vocalist Emily Armstrong?
Emily Armstrong. Oof. Newest band.
3, 2.
Yes.
Hey, at least you guessed the band. That's all I say is guess. Yes is not right. Kenzie?
I missed the announcement last night. She's probably doing like homework though, for her. It is Linkin Park.
Linkin Park, yesterday at 5, announced Emily is the new singer, and we're just going to play that song for you in about 15 minutes here to hear it because you have to hear it. Linkin Park with their debut coming back, and with Emily Armstrong as the vocalist. So sorry about that, Georgine.
We go back to Kenzie, 2-1. She's ahead.
Kenzie, if you give something up for Lent, how many days are you going without?
Okay, can I ask a question?
No, I can't answer it.
Well, okay, do you mean the entire length of time? Or some people think Lent, you get Sundays off. So
Okay,
this is a trick question.
Well, you give
Do
something
you
up.
mean the entire length of time?
You give something up for Lent.
Yeah.
When people say that, what do you think of as far as days?
Okay, I'm going to say the entire length of time, which is 40 days.
That's right. That's the answer we're looking
Okay,
for.
I didn't know if you were saying 6 days a week. Some people think you get Sundays off.
Those must be frauds.
I don't know. I don't know the difference. I don't know why some people are like, it's Sunday. And I'm like, well, that's just give it up for 6 days.
And by the way, I say that people being frauds, if they do that from someone like me that hasn't given up something for 40 minutes before.
I know.
I've never done Lent at all, even though I'm Orthodox and I should, but I don't. I can't do it.
You'll meet your maker eventually.
Oh, Jesus.
Pay the price there.
What a meeting.
3-1 back to Georgine.
Georgine, which president said 77 years ago?
77 years ago. This great country, Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
Oh, do the whole thing.
I should give you an extra point for the impersonation.
I love her. She's really fun.
She is a blast. I would have enjoyed math a lot more.
No wonder your kids love you, Georgenius.
All right, 3-2 back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what holiday is the busiest time of the year for air travel in the United States? What holiday?
I think Thanksgiving.
It is Thanksgiving. We were talking about that last week, how we thought the past, Case thought travel was, I think, Labor Day weekend was the busiest. Not
I was
not
wrong.
true. Back to Georgine or Kenzie?
It's back to Georgine. It's 4-2. Kenzie's ahead, so Georgine needs a point here.
I'll give you another music question here. Who sang lead vocals for the rock band Hole?
The rock band Hole.
Yes.
Oh, is it WHOLE or Hole?
It's HOLE. The band was Hole.
Rock band Hole. Oh my gosh, my boyfriend would know this.
We don't care about your boyfriend.
Is it, what's it called? Wise Bud? Westfield?
No.
Is it the Wise Guys?
Here's the Three Stooges.
So, Kenzie, who sang for Hole for the win?
Courtney Love.
Courtney Love. Kurt Cobain's widow. Ex, whatever you want to call her
Billy
at this point.
Corgan's ex.
That's true. Georgine, I'm so sorry that you didn't win.
That's okay. At least my boyfriend was listening.
Aw. That's cute. Little shout out.
That's very nice.
Do you
Love
want to
you,
give her
Joe.
tickets? Do you want to give her tickets?
No, we can't do it.
It's Friday.
How much do you love St. Vincent? Do you really love her?
I do, and my boyfriend loves her too.
Oh, come on. She has a date. Come on.
She's a teacher. She's serving our country.
Well, that's
seriously.
damn right. And they
Okay,
call her
when
Georgenius.
Harper's in her math class, though, she'll give her an A.
All right, then there we go. We're going to give you the tickets because we don't usually do that.
Thank you so much.
She's so cute.
Oh, gosh. Georgenius, you're going to see St. Vincent.
Woo! You guys are awesome.
Oh, you're awesome. Hang on, Casey, get your info.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
Woo! It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101, and there you have it. World premiere music from Linkin Park, The Emptiness Machine. Debuted yesterday here on Q101 with Brian Phillips because they made the big announcement as their performance from Los Angeles, playing some old songs and then debuting that new song and the new singer. Linkin Park's new singer is Emily Armstrong. She's from the band Dead Sarah, a band she founded almost 20 years ago at 18. And they've released a new single, and that's the song right there. And I love it. I love the sound. It's Linkin Park, but it is different, no question. Without Chester Bennington, you can't replace that guy. You can't even try to emulate Chester Bennington. It has to go a different direction. There's no other choice.
I totally agree.
No other choice. And so the band now is Mike Shinoda, Joe Hahn, Brad Delson, Phoenix on bass, and they have a new drummer, Colin Britton, because Rob Borden, the original drummer who formed the band, with Mike Shinoda in '96, he's kind of distanced himself in the last few years since Chester's tragic passing. He had that desire to distance himself from it, and he was absent from the Hybrid Theory re-release and the compilation album and Paper Cuts, the last couple things in the last several years since Chester's tragic passing. So you've got a new singer and you've got a new drummer, and you've got the core of Linkin Park in there, and it's just... The album's going to be called From Zero. Some people were speculating, because there was a zero in that countdown, that the band was going to be called Zero or From Zero.
Okay, right.
They were going to change the name. They did not, and they have every right to keep the name Linkin Park. It's their band. It's their DNA. It's, a lot of conversation I see more than anything online when this dropped yesterday of some people thinking they should have changed the name with new people in the band. Mm-hmm. But listen, I believe they have the right to do whatever they want because it's their band. And it's no disservice to Chester Bennington by keeping the name Linkin Park. That's how I feel. I get people feeling a different way, and you can have that opinion.
I also feel, especially because of how, Chester and Mike it wasn't like they hated each other. So it's like, hey, respect him. Don't go on. It's like they cared about each other so much. And they also took such a long break. And I think that they absolutely showed respect by doing that. It wasn't like, let's keep this money machine moving afterward. They did not do that. And I do think that in a way, it honors it and it honors the sound. And I do think that Chester would want, his bandmates to be able to keep a name that they also participated in and worked hard for. And I think he'd want them to still have success. I mean, he cared about them.
I think people forget in the situation. Look, again, music's passion. There's no one more passionate with the band Linkin Park as far as people relating to what Chester went through, and he was open about it. Totally. And he helped people's mental health because he was open about talking about it, not hiding it. And sadly, it was a tragic end. But he helped people without question of not only his talent, but what he did, vocally and speaking about it. But, when you have something like this, people are okay to have that opinion. But I just firmly believe they have the name. They can do what they want with it. Because I think people forget they lost a friend. Yeah. They lost somebody. I know we lost Chester, but they lost him too. And they know more about him than anything we could possibly know. So that album drops November 15th, but first shows start next week in Los Angeles. No Chicago show yet. About 6 shows announced. We will keep you posted all the way through it. It was interesting. I had Case when I go back to this because, Case is 25 years old, the producer, and Kenzie's almost 30, and you're in a range.
Don't say that.
Well, you're almost 30 is negative?
29. It's not like my birthday's next month. My birthday's at the end of April.
Oh,
what do you mean
almost 30? 30's fine. You're good.
30's the new 20, baby.
It's more than 6 months away. What do you mean almost?
God, I didn't think that was going to be negative.
Why do you say it like that?
Fine, you're 29. People don't, people think
How about you say my age instead of the age I'm going to be in 7 months?
Okay, so if I said you're 29, well, people go, well, she's almost 30. I guess, what do you think people are going to think? You can't hide from it. Embrace it. It's good.
You can't hide from it.
You can't hide from 30.
What are you almost?
You can't hide from 30.
Okay, what are you almost?
I'm a proud Gen Xer.
Yeah.
Don't turn it on me. It's a you problem.
Yeah.
All right, so when you go back, and I was trying to say that you never saw Linkin Park. Case never saw him. I saw him many times, probably 10 times at this point. Because 2001, when I look back on that, I remember Jamboree, and I had Case go back and had a little research because I couldn't remember. They didn't rise playing small venues like playing the Double Door and playing the Vic and playing the Riv and then get somewhere. They played the House of Blues February 11th, 2001. And then just 3 months later played Jamboree for 30,000 people. And as those are my sludge days there, and brought him on stage, I remember that. I thought Tinley Park was going to collapse and fall in. The way the crowd took off so huge. It was the number one selling CD that year. And they played 4 times. They played Ozfest then a month later in Tinley Park. Then they played Allstate Arena in October of that year.
God, that was busy.
Oh, my God. They played Chicago 5 times in a year.
That's insane.
In their first year of existence. And then I talk about the show in 2003 at the Riv, which was the Meteora special release, which to go back after being that huge, to be able to sell 30, 40, 50,000 tickets. They went and played the Riv, a couple thousand people in there. It was one of the most memorable things I've ever witnessed, seeing Linkin Park play then. And you guys will get to see them now. I know there's going to be a Chicago date coming.
Hopefully, fingers crossed.
Yeah, they work on that, get that out there.
I don't think they'd skip us. They're not going to be like, you know what, we did it 5 times that one year.
Yeah.
They're fine. They don't need to see us.
Well, that's why I had Case go back on it, because there's bands like that Chicago was a first user, for lack of a better way to say it. They were the biggest markets for them. Linkin Park is one of those with Chicago. Because I can remember getting about 50,000 phone calls that whole year of 2001 doing afternoons on Q101. The Sludge Nation, that people saying, hey, this is awesome, this band from Chicago, man, because they were called Linkin Park.
I get that.
And people, I said, no, it's spelled different. And no one wanted to hear that. They were like, yeah, that's cool. They're from Chicago. Let's go.
Everything's spelled different. Like corn's not spelled like normal corn. It's like whatever.
Yeah. It's, Linkin Park, not like Linkin Park, Chicago, because there's another park in L.A. where they grew up near, and that's where they named it after, actually, Linkin Park.
And do they spell it like this? Is this the actual spelling of that park?
No,
they spell it like ours.
Okay, we'll see.
No, they don't spell like ours because there's a K in there.
No. The park in Los Angeles.
The park in Los Angeles. Is it spelled like Linkin Park, the band?
Yeah, correct. It's spelled like our Linkin Park, that park in L.A.
So that's why it's very plausible.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But I'm telling you, that first year, 2001, every phone call to Q101. Hey, what's up? It's Sludge. Yeah, man, play that band from Chicago, Linkin Park. Okay. Pause for a second. They're not from here. I get it. They called it Linkin Park. And then the next phone call. Hey, man, that's Sludge. What's up? Hey, man, play that Linkin Park band. I lived in Linkin Park. I know, dude. They're not from Linkin Park. They're not from Chicago. I got it. That was like 50,000 phone calls that first year. So glad they're back and a part of our lives again. I really am.
Like you said, I never had the chance to see them, and they were one of the first bands that I discovered that I loved, and Kenzie never had the chance to see them. And I think the best way that we can rationalize all of this, and if you're somebody who's maybe struggling with the band moving on to this new era, is yesterday during their live performance, Mike Shinoda had this great moment where he introduced the members of the band that have been there from the beginning, the new members of the band, and then he said this to the audience in Los Angeles.
My name is Mike. This is Emily. And in the role of Chester Bennington this afternoon is each of you. Are you ready to sing with us?
That was so perfect. So perfect of a way to say that.
Yeah, I think that's the way we have to look at this going forward. Is we're all carrying on that legacy of Chester Bennington, and it's a great honor on all of us. I'm glad the band is going into this new era and also recognizing the past still.
Absolutely. So we'll play it again in an hour at 9 o'clock. If you missed the song, we'll play it again, the new song from Linkin Park. But let's move forward with something free for you.
You can do it! Now is your chance to win passes to the Q101 pop-up with The Offspring at the Metro in Chicago. Message and data rates apply. Please don't text and drive.
Q101.
All right, the pop-up coming up 2 weeks from yesterday, September 19th. The only way to win is this way. And you text the keyword FLY, F-L-Y, to 312-591-8300. Text FLY right now, and that's your chance to get 2 tickets sponsored by our great friends and partners, Wintrust Community Bank. Your chance to get in is right now for the Q101 pop-up with The Offspring. Text FLY, F-L-Y, to 312-591-8300 right now.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning, and Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.